So we're going to introduce the concepts of a proper push-up. And we just did 3 short videos to help us get the proper alignment, mobility, and flexibility of all of our upper extremity points so that we can achieve a proper push-up. So it started with wrist extension, and then we looked at the ability to keep our elbow X forward and be able to go palm down, palm up without that turning our shoulder in. So for a push-up, we're going to be in wrist extension. We're going to have a narrow elbow. Elbow X or elbow crease will be rotated forward rather than going inward. And we also looked at proper healthy shoulder mechanics, which looked at this elbow X idea, saying that if the elbow X goes inward, that would have a negative influence on our shoulder as we go into flexion, which is part of the push-up. We looked at spinal alignment for shoulder health. We'll look at that in the push-up. And then also the neutral kind of medium happy place of the shoulder blades on the barrel of our rib cage, and we'll see how that is affected in a proper push-up as well. So it's really challenging to achieve proper push-up immediately on the ground. And so if we want to reduce a little bit of gravity, we can begin to learn the skills of a proper push-up against the wall. So we're going to have Sam do that. And you're going to place your hands right in front of your shoulders and have straight elbows to begin with, so just step out a little bit. Elbow X's are going to be rotated forward.
A little lower.
The neutral place of the shoulder blades will be established so they're not scrunched. They're not down dramatically in the back pockets. And then they're wide out on the rib cage versus slid back. So find that place. The head is aligned with the apex of the rib cage and against the tailbone. And then as he lowers into the push-up, he's going to maintain those elbow X's rotating open. And the shoulder blades stay wide all the way through unless he gets deep enough, which we'll see in the box and floor version. Progression would be going from the wall to an incline like a box or a bench. So we'll set up there just the same with shoulders oriented over the hand in this 90-degree angle. And then elbow X's rotated forward. You're going to find your neutral spine, which is a little bit of probably an untuck, having the head, the ribs, and the tailbone meet the bar. You're going to find that wide position of the shoulder blades on the barrel of the ribs, and you're going to maintain wide shoulder blades as you go and you bend through narrow elbows. And not until the elbows pass the trunk do the shoulder blades slide inward together. And then they relocate wide. They stay wide and flush as your elbows bend until they pass the midline. Shoulder blades come together. Shoulder blades relocate and you press out. The final progression of a proper push-up is to do a push-up on the floor. So we're going to get Sam set up. And now gravity is fully on you, so that's what makes this so hard. We're going to look at all those points before we begin. So he's in a plank right now, and we're going to make sure that he finds his neutral spine, which is head, apex of rib cage on bar, and tailbone. He's going to make sure those elbow X's are rotated forward, and then he's going to really push the floor away so that he brings his rib cage up into his shoulder blades, so that the shoulder blades stay wide even as he goes into his push-up elbow bend. So go ahead and lower on down into your push-up. Elbows are going to stay narrow. And then as they pass the midline, his shoulder blades will slide in. They'll relocate. And maybe this time don't go all the way down to the floor, but just lower pretty close. And you can see that whole transition of shoulder blades come up. Right. And we're staying narrow elbowed here with elbow X's forward. 2 things to avoid in a proper push-up. The first would be the shoulder blade sliding in at the beginning of the exercise too quickly and remaining slid in. And the second would be the elbows winging out to the side, which also doesn't allow the shoulder blades to move correctly and puts you in an impingement position in the shoulder.